Hello, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today I'm doing a pure oracle read. I'm going to do this for the month of September, and it's just purely oracle reads. I'm going to do a 3-card pick, and I'm going to have 2 oracles in each of the picks because I love these so much, and they depict a wonderful note of hope and just sort of the avenues that we go down where there's one in this where it was a fork in the road, and it's like, left nor right is wrong nor right. It's simply a choice, and it's what we do while we're on either of those roads that make it worthwhile and make it have value and make it be a substantial existence at that time, because we could go down right that is filled with philosophers and artwork and all those things, yet we could sit and watch videos all day in our home and not gather or garner any of that information from those rich assets that are out there. So it's all about choices, and not to second guess yourself. That's my whole goal for my friends and family, for no one to second guess or think they're less than, and to know they're valued and they're loved, and whichever way they go and they turn, they are supported and they are loved. There's so much cool wildlife around here. I almost said beavers. There's beavers and then there are hills. There's woodchucks and all kinds of crazy things. And I moved from my original area because I don't need another wasp attack. That freaked me out. This way I can keep an eye on what's going on. All the floral and fauna not attacking me, because that Scream Fest was like, I wasn't scared to come back out. And I'm like, really? I'm scared of my own backyard. Calm the hell down and keep it moving. So anyway, this will be for September, purely an oracle general read. So we're going to do the first. It has 2. And I'm using leaves because I'm trying to keep things very simple. So you're going to just sort of choose your leaf. The other one, and there's a baby one. This is going to be 1, 2, 3. So have a quick look at that and see how they make you feel. And I also brought the booklet out if there's something, because some of these have really beautiful extended meanings in terms of prosperity and also for relationships, as well as the tribe was on the bottom. I love that. That's a lot of people's goals this month, with them returning to school, to find their schoolmates and their things and their tribe and the people they vibe with, that hopefully keep everybody up on a higher frequency and stuff. So what I'm going to do, if I find one that stumps me a little for the meanings on all the levels, then I will look in the book, because they really have a lovely little in-depth thing for each of them, which I absolutely love. So if you chose this one, it's another thing. I'm learning to pace myself on camera too. I've learned with some readers and people, they speak faster once they get on camera, like it's a race. I think it's just a natural reaction, but I find I enjoy the readers and speakers out there and teachers that have a slower, clearer cadence as opposed to racing through. It actually makes my heart rate increase if people are speaking very quickly. Oh, loyal heart. This one's something that I do know, and it's easy, but I'll go over the relationship part of it too, because I love this. So loyal heart. I'm going to actually read from the book because it has a prosperity and also a relationship thing, which is great. Okay, so loyal heart, the essential meaning is fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. Now, the oracle's message for this is, evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you. That's always nice. And they will turn, and you in turn also will commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter what the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith. You are eternally loved and always divinely protected and divinely directed. That's lovely. Wow, that's true. So the relationship message also I want to impart is, your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time to have heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. That is a really beautiful message, and true too, because sometimes we have to ask ourselves, what are our motivations in this particular area? It's like sometimes we can think we're doing one thing or engaging in a relationship with somebody for one, and it's something completely different. Okay, and then you have one more card, which is go the distance. Now, essentially this is endurance, strength, and the long haul. So the Oracle's message is to bring your dream to life. You must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities. So there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. I mean, they always come up. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder for you to have endurance, strength, and fortitude, and to carry it all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. I love that so much. So we'll tell you the quick relationship message as well. You are either in or are calling in harmonious relationships that can stand the test of time. For better or for worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, you are remade into new growth, and you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Thank goodness our bodies repair and regenerate, correct? Harmony does not mean that there will never be a wrong note played, but the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. The new song can be written, and an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen to your heart. It is magnificent. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, so that's yours. And then if we chose the second one, All That Glitters, 16. I really like, because I hadn't really delved before into the relationship aspects of these, and they're pretty cool. So All That Glitters. The essential meanings are a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly thing, and being mercurial. The Oracle's message is, it's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it is a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or a sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? Seriously, I love that. Because anybody can don on any kind of attire or imitation gem or true gem or whatever. That does not speak to their soul or their heart, and sometimes I find people that are super crazily adorned in things and are overly flashy. I kind of find them adorable. Like I don't know what show it was, but they were from, it was Mafia Wives or something, yeah. And everything was so bedazzled to death. I mean, and to a New Englander, it looked a little garish and tacky and a little crazy. But in the end, I found it so charming and lovely because I felt like they couldn't even leave their homes without T-shirts that had a million bedazzled, glittery things all over them. And I like real stones because I find I feel grounded and happy touching and carrying them. But yeah, I prefer a good, huge oak table over some, gilded gold Trump-like thing. But again, that is true. We make flash judgments on people's appearance all the time, especially their amount of success they might have acquired in life through what they're wearing or whatever. But I one time had someone say the nicest thing to me. They said, I don't know how much money you spend, but you know how to spend money. And I thought that was so lovely because at that point in time, it was like, even though I had ample money, I was shopping very frugally and going to like really excellent consignment shops and getting gorgeous brocades and things for pennies on the dollar. And I thought, why go to a brand new store and spend thousands of dollars when I can literally spend under $100 on a gorgeous thing, and save money and put that away. And that's how, that I've lived a little differently after hearing that. And I thought, wow, you know what? That's a nice thing to hear, and that's a nice way to be, because we don't need to be wasteful. And sometimes on impulse buys we're like, oh, look at that shiny thing. If only I had that, I would be gilded like a lily. But no, it's not necessary for sure. The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine if all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire that object or person? I ask myself that all the time when I am in a first meeting of a person or at a place or a thing, it's like finding the structure of a house. Is that house solid under all that prefab? You know what I mean? Same thing with people. And unfortunately, at times it's true too. If some people are very attractive, they can rely a little too heavily on that and maybe not develop other areas that they should. Not everybody. I mean, because some of the most, like, I love and adore Rebecca Romaine. I think she's so fun and well-rounded and yet gorgeous. And she was, you know, on Sports Illustrated. But that's the thing. It's the internal and the soul and the heart and all that. And, you know, it's never to say because someone is very attractive, they're shallow. That's not true. But sometimes in youth, that becomes a door opener, and then people realize that, so they may not develop other parts of their personalities and artistry and creativity that they should as well. Especially now with this, and I hate to always say, I feel like an old woman when I say this, but when all those Snapchats are, I don't Instagram and do all that. I'm not so techno savvy, and I don't really have time for that. But I feel like people become famous so quickly because of things like that. It's like, oh, I have the most fantastic body in the world, so bam, I'm going to whip out my camera, put on my bikini, and I Insta-stardom, and it does happen, or sometimes for even worse reasons because they have, you know, sex on camera or whatever. But yeah, so all that glitters, you know, that is a very firm reminder. What's at the foundation of things? What's at the foundation of people, you know? What is their internal structure like, you know? Oh, and Treasure Island, that's beautiful. That is internal. External glitter, because that is fantastic. I want to see what that is in relationship to. I love Treasure Island. Let me see. It's getting so hot out here. I must be like uber sweats. I gotta turn to the wind for a sec. It's so warm. It really is. It's like in the 90s. And I just put on this weird Kaftan thing because I was inside doing things, and I don't even know what the hell I'm wearing, but it is not normal. Okay, so the essential message is the law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. So the Oracle's message in this is, you know, you've worked hard and you've acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, like the law of attraction. You know, you're putting those good vibes out there, and you're saying and living in the beliefs of abundance. So more comes to you, you know. And a latitude of that, a latitude, I just combined them. A lot of that comes from gratitude, and gratitude definitely creates more abundance. The universe loves people to show heartfelt thanks for the things that it's given, for sure. You know, you've uncovered the map to buried treasure and tap the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot. Trust your intuition, don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others. As treasure shared multiplies like magic. I love that. That's very true. So if you chose that, it's very nice. You're very self-aware, you're aware of others' intentions. You have abundance coming your way because you have the gratitude and the law of attraction that is manifesting that. So that's fantastic. Okay, let's go to Yang. That's number 1 in the book too. Yeah, I really like to familiarize myself with the exact meanings of the author's interpretation of this, because I mean, we can all follow the visuals of it and be like, oh yeah, but there's, and also knowing the word Yang and all that, you know, the masculine principle. But let's see what their interpretation and the people that birthed us. So Yang, essential meanings for them is the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, take an action. And the Oracle's message is Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition. I need to turn towards the breeze because I'm so warm. This card signifies new life, and it's a sign that obstacles are now being overcome. There's no reason to hesitate. You are the sharpest. Oh, you are sharp and ready for your destiny now. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. I'm so stressed out because I told my husband, oh yes, I'll bicycle with you all over the place when you get home, and it's getting hotter and muggier, and he loves it so much, but I'm like, oof, the heat of it all, I'm like Scarlett O'Hara. I'm like, darling, I need a nap in the middle of the afternoon. It's just too hot and smoggy up in here. This art is just mind-blowing. Round and round. Look at that. Round and round. I would laugh if like the camera wasn't on. I've had so many crazy mechanical faux pas with not putting this speaker on the right way, this microphone on the right way. What's the number on this? Just weird things, not setting up the camera properly, not hitting start, and erasing. I erased the other day. I did all 4 element signs, and I ended up erasing earth and air, and I was so bummed because they were really great readings, and I just started goofing around. I was like, oh, they're gone now. So round and round. The essential meaning is the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. And that's really important in life too, is looking at things from new perspectives and different vantage points and viewpoints, because if we just look through that myopic lens, we're always going to see the same thing. We need expansion for change and to take things to the next best and higher level, you know, to have learned our lessons and integrate them and educate ourselves with that. That's my 2 new words, communicate and educate, for sure. So the Oracle's message in this is, the appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backwards, the truth is you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle and that you had set up in the past. And it's very hard because we're creatures of habit. You know, we wake up, and I was listening to, I love Tarot with Tilly. She's one of the first people I've ever listened to, and she just has a big heart, and she's very grounded and soulful. And she was saying how, you know, and I started laughing because I feel like this probably does pertain to most. Oh, I have paint on me, but it doesn't pertain to me because I so wig out and do stuff just on the spur of things. Like she's like, most people probably wake up being creatures of habit and shower the same way and brush their teeth the same way and brush their hair and get ready and choose their clothes. I rarely do anything the same way twice. And my husband even says, you never like follow a pattern. He's like, when I buy a product and it works, I buy that product over and over and over. And he's like, and you literally will buy a new face cream, a new shampoo. You will try out stuff. I love new. I love to try out things new. I like new scents, sounds, experiences, and I'll be like, even if this face cream or this certain thing is aces and everything about it is great, I'll get that, but I'll have to try something new too, because I'm always convinced of like that magic potion, that ultimate scent or whatever. But it's true, I rarely do anything the same way. But a lot of people, you know, do the same habitual things because it's learned patterns, and also to save time. You're like, oh, you know, I know where this is. And you'll see people, they have certain tastes in clothes, they have certain way they wear their hair, especially if they're pinched for time, they will go to a tried and true, you know. Me, I want something different every day. I'm crazy. That's one of the reasons that I know how to spend money, because I love colors and very nice fabrics. And I would basically be in the poorhouse if I bought the level of fabrics. I like things that are very well made, and if I were to go into like a regular Saks Fifth Avenue and just get my pick, I would not have a house or a car. So I have to learn to be thrifty about that and find the beautiful, well-made things in different arenas. You know what I mean? Because things are ghastly and ridiculously expensive. I mean, ridiculous. And then I saw Jerry Seinfeld was saying, and it is so true, he's like, what do they do with those shirts in Macy's? He's like, after they get rid of them, do they just throw them out and give them away? And somebody had told him, oh yeah, they just give them away. He goes, so I'm the fool that goes in there and spends $80, $90 on a shirt, and then the rest are just given away at like cheap prices. And they really are. Things are marked down and given away. So you have to have the patience and foresight to think like that. But some people just don't have the patience or time. But I set up a reasonable time and area and place to do that. If I'm passing a place, I'm like, oh, I'll look in there. I have an event coming up. I should maybe look at a way to do this frugally. And same with jewelry. If I see jewelry, I know I can make that at a fraction of the cost with better materials. Like, I hate chintzy made or cheaply made, well, really anything, but especially jewelry, you know, things with bad clasp and fall apart and stuff, and things that also aren't real stones, because I really appreciate the what the real gem and crystal entails in its properties. So I hate plastics and resins if I really want the energy from the stones too. So yeah, you know, you'll learn something, you'll do something better, you'll break the cycle set up from the past. you'll actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footsteps, so you can access the wisdoms and the lessons learned and pull them out and, you know, reuse for what is going to be a simpler path, a smarter path, quicker answers, resolving, again, communication and education. You're educating yourself on what works for you, you know, what gives you your peace of mind, opens up your time frame so you have more time for the things you love, your friends, your artistry, your passion, your things. I was just saying today when I went to lunch with my husband, my day goes so exceedingly swift now, like I don't even know where the time goes because I'm doing exactly what I want and what I love. I'm making my jewelry, I'm spending time with my kids and my animals and being outside, and of course doing tarot. And I've been studying them up in the books because I like to have the artist's interpretation of things, you know what I mean? Like, look at all the hard work they put in with the artistry and stuff, and just studying, and I've never had like big chunks of time to study. So I hope to hone this craft better and better and really get a good understanding, because I'm very into the esoteric, and I can read people, places, and things. And last night I wanted to do extra reads today and get them taping after the full moon, because I had the most incredible, insightful dreams last night that actually gave me chills. It was angels and guides talking to me all night, from the time I closed my eyes to the time I woke up. And it was so much information in these dreams that my psyche or whatever just shoved that all in my subconscious, and I can't remember of the actual conversations and tips, but I remember in the dream going, please let me remember this, and talking to them, please let me remember this. This is so profound. This is so excellent. This is so helpful and so high vibrational, and I know parts of it and it's resonating in me, but I haven't pulled it out yet, so I need quiet. I started to meditate this morning, and I put on this lovely Om quiet Tibetan chants to retrieve some of that, but I thought I wanted to use that good energy to make a couple videos today. And again, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate all you extra people tuning in and liking and looking at the videos. It's been really awesome, and I appreciate it a lot. So remember to like and subscribe, because I'm starting to gain some traction here, and then I can do some fun, expansive things. So also leave comments, because I'm here for you guys, and I want to know what you like and what kind of spreads and time frames you like them in. So again, thank you very much, and enjoy your week.